To say that this is a big media event would probably be an understatement. And even with competition from Monday Night Football, they are still expecting better than 100 million viewers. Now, I know that seems like a big number, but for example, it pales compared to the wedding of Charles and Diana. For that one, 750 million viewers.
Wow. If that isn't a humbling experience, so even if they get 100 million, it's about a seventh what it was for Charles and Diana, what, more than 30 years ago. Well, it just gives you a chance to step back. The legendary actor Jon Voight joining me right now. What he makes of those numbers, I mean, these are off-the-chart figures no matter how you look at it, John. So a lot of people are going to be tuning in. There is as much entertainment as substance value here. As someone who appreciates both, what do you look at?
Well, what do I look at? I'm looking at you. Hello, Neil. It's good to see you after all this time. You know, everyone's, throwing in. I just had news that the New York Times and the Washington Post, no surprise, but they've joined the liars of the world to try to take down Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an extraordinary fellow and has accomplished much in his life. And I've been watching him on his trips around the country, trying to educate people to what he might do as president of the United States. And I have the greatest admiration for him. He has several things that were very surprising. One is he goes from place to place across the country, and at the end of maybe a 12-hour day, 14-hour day, he's as clear and as strong as he was when he started in the morning at 7:30 or whatever it is. Also, I've noticed that he's very considerate of the people around him. I've noticed that when he finishes a speech, as he did with the Voters and Values Summit, which I was at, he came off and he thanked the people that had helped him, especially that, gave a pat on the back to the guy who ran his teleprompter, thanked me. He's very considerate of other people. And I found out yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Why don't so many of your colleagues, John, why don't so many of your colleagues, and I know you and I have discussed this in the past, they don't see that same Donald Trump. And many of them are putting out these ads now saying it would be horrible if he ever becomes president. Many others insisting, I think Barbara Streisand and the like, saying that they'll leave the country if he ever gets into the Oval Office. What do you make of that?
Well, they're buying the Kool-Aid, aren't they? They're buying whatever the Democrat Party puts out, which is, they don't have much of a reputation for the truth. But the people in Hollywood on the left are loyal to Hillary. Okay, but there's big issues in terms of the character of the people running. We have a situation where we can look at the history down through the last couple of years and her history as Secretary of State. Donald Trump has no blood on his hands, as does Hillary. Remember Benghazi. Remember Benghazi. And I can tell you this, one thing you can be sure of is Donald Trump is no liar. So
right, well,
there's a great, vast difference, a vast chasm between the two candidates.
I understand what you're saying, but they
disagree with you.
Trump is a liar,
yeah, but
and they think the moderator. They think the moderator should play a role in every time he has an exaggeration, go after him. Now, I don't know if they would have the same zeal if the moderator did that going after Hillary, but anyway, that's what they say.
I wonder how it's going to turn out. I wonder, like I'm on the spot right now with you, Neil. You're throwing things back in my face and saying, well, what about this, what about this? But but I know Donald Trump, and I know the things that he said, and I find them to be true. I find the things that he's talking about to be true. He has a sense of fun. He has a lot of things, that you can point to. But, I find that in sometimes an unusual, sometimes awkward way, he says exactly what needs to be said, and he tells the truth.
John,
I'll give you an example. Let me give you this example.
Go ahead, real quick.
Okay, here's my example. When he said to Hugh Hewitt, he said, Obama founded ISIS, and Hugh Hewitt said, "Oh, you mean because he pulled the troops out and left that vacuum, and Donald said he founded ISIS. And the people who are listening to it got an education because they didn't know that he pulled the troops out. So many people don't know anything. But the basic truth is that without that movement of troops out of Iraq, ISIS would not have been come to be.
Well, you make a good point.
That's unusual.
Explain. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
While I had you, John,
Good.
I'd be remiss. I mean, your daughter is Angelina Jolie. Obviously, the Brad Pitt divorce. I mean, you are torn. You're in a difficult situation. Will they? Is it your opinion they'll be able to resolve this?
Look, I'm not going to speak on that. I certainly am concerned about the children, and my love is with my daughter, and I hope things work out well.
Did it surprise you? Or did you see this coming?
Neil, did you hear what I said? I'm not going to get into it.
Right,
listen, you're a journalist, Neil. No, I don't want to comment on it. No.
Okay. Finally, then, on Donald Trump, something happy to comment on. He's got pressure. Hillary Clinton has pressure, too. How do you think, just to sort of win over people emotionally, what would she have to do?
Oh, you know, I think the history is down, unfortunately for that side, if you're rooting for Hillary, because we know what she's done as Secretary of State and the things that she said, for instance, to the mother and father from the heroes who perished in Benghazi. And that's on record. We know who she is, so it's going to be very difficult for her. She's going to have to. What she has done in the past is attack Donald Trump, just called him names, and try to get the attention deflected from herself. But it's going to be a little tough for her, I think.
We'll watch closely. It should be very good drama tonight. Jon Voight, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Oh, okay, Neil. Thank you.